I think they definitely tried to expose James Milner. Thought there was a good chance he was going to play there. Because when you see the actual pace from Phil Foden, I think Jack Grealish likes to stop the ball and come inside a lot more, whereas Foden's got extra pace. And I know he's been working on that. I'm well aware of that. He seems a lot quicker and more powerful. And credit to him for what he's doing.
But Pep was criticised for not putting him out on loan maybe 1 or 2 years ago. They were saying, I think, Mickey, you were getting frustrated that he wasn't getting enough games. But you got to trust the people at the club who are working with these kids. Going, listen, you get your chance. And he's taking it.
But what was the impact on Grealish?
It was difficult. He's not played in that striker role many times in his career. It's always different. You know, when Jack's best at when he receives the ball in the half turn out wide, it can go either way. When you're a striker and the ball comes up to you, you've got defenders coming to the back of you don't know sort of what runs to make. So it was only a bit difficult. I think it's not just to stay up there and be a number 9. It's you can rotate. But because Man City was getting so much joy on the left-hand side with Foden, they didn't really want to change anything at that particular time. And it'll grow, you know. When he come for £100 million, everyone will expect a goal, assist every game. He's trying things, he's learning, he's played in every Premier League game, so he trusts him. It's just he had a difficult game playing in that central position.
Do you think there will be a rotation? I mean, it's not a big problem, a big headache for Pep Guardiola, but in a sense he's got 3 players in Foden, Sterling and Grealish who might all argue are happiest playing from the left.
I think Foden can play as well on the right as left, so I would have probably Grealish and Foden on the right. And put Sterling up front or Torres. With Torres' form this season's been very good. He makes good runs in behind as well. And Sterling's got devastating pace. Sterling, we all know Sterling can play at either side, but just for that pace in behind.
Do you think they need to put someone as a centre forward? We can say they need a centre forward, but do you think there's enough players in that squad now? You think I'd rather him play as a centre forward rather than having 2 false nines?
The problem is Jesus plays so well on the right, especially defensively as well. And he's a striker. You know, he plays number 9 for Brazil, so you think he'd be the one to play there. But it's difficult because of the way Pep wants to press. He feels it's better that he'll have Foden on either wing, or he's finding the right balance. And Sterling's... It's difficult with Sterling because he's played so well for Pep. He did really well for England in Euros. But at this moment in time, you know, you've got to get Grealish in, and when Foden's playing like that, you have to play him. So the only position really is that number 9.
Dave just mentioned how many options they've got on the left. Do you think they needed to sign Jack Grealish, or they should have actually put that money inside the centre forward? I love Jack Grealish as a player, but did they really need that type of player?
Well, I would say yes, just because...
Why?
Well, I believe the way that Pep wants to play, obviously he doesn't play with a number 9 at this moment. He'll try to get Harry Kane, and Grealish is one of the best dribblers. If you look at him, he's not like he's brought as a bit-back player. He's brought him to actually play. Yes, someone would argue we've got Foden or Sterling, but Grealish is one of the best dribblers. If you took a look at last season, talk about chances created, he's up there with the top. I think it was only Kevin De Bruyne. So if you can add that quality into the squad, the aim was to get Kane and Grealish.
Yeah, it wasn't really an either
it wasn't an either. It was, let's get both. Let's, you know, enhance our squad. And because Man City have not got an out-and-out striker, he's sort of getting the blame. Well, do we need him? I think they needed both, if I'm being totally honest, yeah.
How do you see it, Roy?
Yeah, I think with all the attacking players Pep has got, they'll just have to rotate and be part of a squad. And if Pep on certain days said, I want you to play through the middle, then it's up to the players to do that. You have to adapt if you're going to be a top player, and that's including Jack Grealish, who's still new to Man City. And Jack's had a tough week. You know, some of his performances, PSG was really tough during the week. Lads were getting stuck into him. He gets taken off here today. He's 26 years of age, so he's got a man up, because Pep would be saying, listen, you know, you're here to win big prizes. Chelsea last week does okay. So the people like Jack are still learning. And I agree with the lads. Obviously, I think they fully believed they were going to get Kane as well as that. But they've got great options. They've come to Liverpool today. They've scored 2 goals. They probably think they should have won the game. A couple of decisions went against them. Probably should have had a penalty. They'll probably think Milner should have been sent off. So I think this goal scored. The problem is every time they, like Southampton a few weeks ago, when they don't score, you should have bought a striker. That's going to go on all season. But as long as they keep winning football matches and getting positive results, then Pep at least can say,
I've said it all last season. I know we said it all last season, but that point is not really valid in terms of last season. It might work out to be this season, but they won the league by 12 points last season without a striker. So I don't really see that point for last season. It's this season, yes, what could they do with a striker? I can get it if they don't win the league, but we'll have to see.